Good afternoon, families. I am Kristen Justice. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Education and Curriculum, and we have created this podcast. I'm coming to you live from my home. Dr. Pasquinelli, who will join us for the second portion of this podcast, is also going to join us, a secondary assistant superintendent. But we created this update for families regarding the continuity of learning model, specifically focused on assessments and grades and how we will plan to finalize the last quarter of the year.
Over the years, we have spent time talking about the Pine Richland School District model for teaching and learning. Our goal through this model is to hit the sweet spot where curriculum, instruction, and assessments all overlap and are functioning at very high levels. Hitting the sweet spot is challenging, and now more than ever. Teachers, students, and families are attempting to navigate distance learning, which impacts each person in different ways. Our goal is simple: do your best. The conversation of assessments, also referred by many as grades, are quickly emerging. In our model for teaching and learning, we identified the three big ideas related to assessments. Number one, assessments measure both achievement and growth. Two, assessments are used of and for learning. And three, assessments should measure depths of understanding. During these new and challenging times, we want our focus to be on assessments for learning. In other words, we use assessment to drive instructional decisions, not to get an achievement snapshot and then move on. As always, our mission drives us. We are not focused on grades for every student every day. We are focused on learning. How do we do this in our current environment? We attempt to live our mission every day. It is challenging in a traditional setting. Although not our preference, these are opportunities for us to focus on learning in our current situation. Who does use assessments? Assessments are used by teachers and are an indicator of how students are doing over time through their courses. Students can also use assessments to determine how they are doing. Parents need this information as well so that they can effectively partner with teachers. We understand that grade span matters when it comes to assessments and grades. Students in grades K to 2 are accustomed to feedback without an assigned letter grade or percentage. That begins to change in grades 3 through 8 and then changes significantly for students in grades 9 through 12. At that point, we begin to introduce transcripts, grade point averages, and class rank. We cannot look at this experience through a traditional lens. Here is what we know. We completed 3 full quarters of the 2019-2020 school year. Students earned their grades through a variety of assessments. The last 9 weeks is obviously different. Our instructional practices are continuously being refined, and the learning challenges for students are like none that we have seen. We have parents working from home, some with employment concerns, sicknesses, unfortunately, in homes, students with differing levels of readiness for managing their own work week, and learning in a digital environment. The list goes on. We believe that our K-2 teachers can continue with their current practice of assigning competency indicators based upon student readiness. Feedback to families will still occur through individual check-ins with families and students on a modified, limited number of learning activities and assessments, and also reflected in home access.
Hi everyone, this is Mike Pasquinelli, Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Education and Curriculum, and I'm going to pick up where Dr. Justice left off. I did want to show you that yes, I am in fact working out of my basement, so at times you may hear the dog bark, at sometimes you may hear the heater kick on, and you may even hear the toilet flush. So please bear with me as I go through this, but this is real, this is authentic, and this is what everyone's dealing with today. So as Dr. Justice stated earlier, we know grades are introduced for the first time in grade 3, and students or families in grades 3 or 8 are accustomed to and will continue to receive feedback on student learning through our student information system, which is Home Access Center. The number of assignments will likely be reduced due to the unique circumstances that we're now facing. So for the fourth quarter of this year, all students will earn either a pass or fail for all of their courses. We believe this is the right approach to take, and it takes the pressure off of grading and really places the emphasis where it belongs, which is on learning. So a student's final grade will be the average of his or her first 9 weeks, and in the case of the middle school, will include his or her midterm exam. We will not have any final exams for students in grades 7 or 8. So again, fourth quarter grade would be a pass-fail for all courses. This is for students in grades 3 through 8. And the final grade that would end up on the report card for the year for the course would be the average of his or her first 9 weeks. And again, for the middle school, that includes midterm exams. So we understand the highest stakes related to grading fall on the shoulders of our high school students and staff. This is where we introduce transcripts that will last a lifetime. We believe this approach for the 9 weeks and this school year is the right thing to do for our students, for our families, and for our staff. In grades 9 through 12, students will still receive feedback for assignments, homework, quizzes, tests, etc. in our student information system, but will ultimately earn a pass or fail grade for the fourth 9 weeks. The letter grade assigned to transcript will reflect the best of either the first semester, and the first semester is made up of quarter 1, quarter 2, and midterm, or the student's third 9 weeks grade. We understand that that's a smaller sample, but this approach gives the benefit of the doubt to the higher number and causes no harm given the unique nature of the fourth 9 weeks and the continuity of learning model. In other words, our current model simply does not support a strong academic finish in the fourth 9 weeks or with a final exam. Those measures simply would not be reliable or valid. So we will use the best number, either the semester 1 average or the quarter 3, provided that the student passes the fourth 9 weeks. If the student passes the fourth 9 weeks, they will earn the higher of those 2 grades. If they do not pass the fourth 9 weeks, they would earn the lower of those 2 grades. And I will provide some examples on the next slide. So of course, this is a made-up student schedule, and I'll take you through the example. So first example is Class A. At the end of the first semester, the student earned a 91%. At the end of the third 9 weeks, the student earned an 88. In this case, the student passed for the fourth 9 weeks. So the final grade would be an A because the higher of the 2 is the 91. This is the grade that would be on the student's transcript. In course B, the student earned an average of an 89 for the first semester, including midterm, earned a 93 for the third 9 weeks, passes the fourth 9 weeks, so as a result would earn an A on the transcript because the higher of the 2 in this case is the third 9-week grade. This is that concept of the benefit of the doubt, that the student is moving on a positive track upward toward that A. So the grade that was earned in the third 9 weeks, along with the benefit of the doubt of the work that will be accomplished in this unique model, earns that A for the year. In course C, the student has maintained throughout the year. The final grade would be an A, passing the fourth 9 weeks. In course D, the student struggled a little bit over the first semester, but seemed to pick up and understand the content more here in the third 9 weeks. So again, giving the student the benefit of the doubt that he or she would continue in that upward trend, passing the fourth 9 weeks, the student would earn a B because of the 82 in the third 9 weeks. And then the last course example is the student earned a 74 at this semester, earned an 80 in the third 9 weeks, but did not pass the fourth 9 weeks. So as a result, the final grade would be the lower of the 2, which in this case is a 74, which would be a C on the transcript. And as you can see in all of these examples, students will not be taking final exams in the second semester. So finally, and probably most importantly, we want to identify ways to measure student learning over this fourth 9 weeks. It is, as we've said, unique. We do have tools already in place, such as Common Assessments and STAR 360 for students in grades K through 8. During our April in-service, our teachers will work in their departments and grade level teams to refine those assessments based on our current unique learning experiences. So similar to other significant recommendations, we have been collaborating on this with building administrators, our academic leadership council members, our board members, and many others. This inside-out approach has worked for us in the past, and collectively we believe it's the right thing to do during a global pandemic. We also know that with every challenge brings with it opportunities. Our mission is to focus on learning, and we believe that although that we don't like our current situation, that we can make the best of it by focusing less on grades and more on learning. This experience may lead us into future possibilities. This slide is really what it's all about. This is an example of what happens when students find their spark and they work collaboratively with their peers and with their teachers. This is the perfect example of focused on learning for the sake of learning. The level of engagement and the quality of the product are simply amazing. So please take the time to enjoy this virtual performance created by a group of high school students and their teacher, Mr. Rickard. Best of luck to each family and each student during these challenging times. We are so very proud to be part of PR. Have a great day.
She take Colorado if he take her with him. Closes the door before the winter lets the cold in. She wonders if her love's strong enough to make him stay. She's answered by the taillights shining through the window pane. He said, I want to see you again, but I'm stuck in cold weather. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Can I call you then? She said you're a random man, and you ain't ever gonna change. You got a gypsy soul to blame, and you were born for leaving. At a truck stop diner just outside of Lincoln. The night is black as the coffee he was drinking. And in the waitress' eyes he sees the same old light shining. Things of Colorado and the girl he left behind him. He said, I want to see you again, but I'm stuck in cold weather. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Can I call you then? She said, you're a rambling man, and you ain't ever gonna change. You got a gypsy soul to blame, and you were born for leaving. Born for leaving. Well, it's a winding road when you're in the Boston town. You're alone, and we go round and round. And I love you, but I need you. I don't want you, but I need you. You know it's you that calls back here, babe. See you again, but I'm stuck in cold weather. Maybe tomorrow will be better. When I close my eyes, I see you. No matter where I am, I can smell your perfume through these whispering pines. I'm with your ghost again. It's a shame about the weather, but I know soon we'll be together, and I can't wait till then. I can't wait till then.